here at a windy Gillette Stadium where the Patriots are preparing for Sunday's game against the Lions. It'll be their third consecutive game against a division leader. And before we get that far, let's recap the week that really is going on here at Gillette Stadium. It's another busy one. The Patriots are coming off of another very convincing, very impressive win Sunday night. This time it was against the Colts. It was 42-20. Again, I mean, they just thoroughly dominated a team that people wanted to peg as a Super Bowl candidate. But, I mean, again, with win after win after win and this offense clicking the way it has, the way the defense is shutting down teams, is there anything more that they can do to legitimize themselves as a Super Bowl favorite? I mean, they got to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, I'm not sure. One of the gripes against the Patriots is that they haven't been able to beat a contending team on the road, and they thrashed the Colts. They beat them, grounded and pounded. Jonas Gray ran for 201 yards. When they needed to throw the ball, they threw the ball, and they stopped Andrew Luck basically in his tracks. So, no, I mean, I don't know. It was a convincing win against a contending team. The roll continues. 6 straight, and they're looking great. And standings-wise, they're looking good for a bye and home field for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah,
absolutely. You mentioned the lack of a convincing road win. They might not need to have another convincing road win the rest of the way that they have grabbed a hold of that number 1 seed. They're pretty much locked into a first-round bye regardless of what happens between the Patriots and that eventual AFC West winner in terms of playoff position. But, again, that's for further down the road. A little more immediately in terms of the storylines here at Gillette this week. Jonas Gray, who you mentioned, had a heck of a week. 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. He gained 2 yards in his off day on Tuesday. He was on the Sports Illustrated cover. He's the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And now, all of a sudden, we don't even know if he's going to be the starter anymore because the Patriots re-signed LeGarrette Blount after he was released by the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, LeGarrette Blount becomes available. He walked off the field in a game Monday night. He hasn't been used very much in Pittsburgh. And, hey, they cut him, cleared waivers. The Patriots picked him up. What does it mean? I think the Patriots wanted a veteran presence in the room as a potential lead back. No offense to Jonas Gray. I mean, he's done great. He's done well in Stephen Ridley's absence. But in those games come January, in the playoffs, I think, there's a trust factor you want to have. And LeGarrette Blount was great down the stretch last year. The Patriots know what they have in him. I think that's why they signed him.
And some interesting contract stuff, too. I mean, you hit on everything on the field. Off the field, Blount was terrific last year. They loved him. Bill Belichick loved him. He wanted him back, and Blount wanted to be back. Patriots have a structure, position by position. They don't want to upset the structure of that room. Going into this season, Stephen Ridley wasn't set to make any more than about $1 million, even just a tick less than that. LeGarrette Blount got 2 years and $3.85 million from the Steelers. Patriots weren't going to match that sort of offer because, again, that's just not how they go about things. LeGarrette Blount was put on waivers on Tuesday. Patriots, again, didn't want to assume the same contract that they wouldn't pay him in the offseason, especially after Gray did what he did. So then the Patriots got him for a 2-year deal worth about up to $2.35 million. They could give him as much as $1.6 next year if he reaches all of his incentive clauses. And with Ridley and Shane Vereen hitting free agency next year, that means the new salary structure has been set with Blount's contract in the room, which is why the Patriots would feel comfortable going out and giving him a little more money in year 2 this year as opposed to last. Number 3, the Lions, the league's top-rated defense in plenty of categories. At worst, in some of these categories, they're 5th. So, I mean, this is a defense that has been getting it done. They have not gone against an offensive opponent the caliber of the Patriots. When they played the Packers earlier this season, the Packers weren't anywhere near where they were supposed to get to, similar to the Patriots in September. When they played the Saints a few weeks ago, Jimmy Graham had a shoulder injury. So, again, this is going to be a huge test for both teams.
Without question. And, again, the Lions have the type of defensive line with Ndamukong Suh that, in the past, historically has given the Patriots some problems. Mm-hmm. They've gotten to Brady, Ndamukong Suh and company in the past. Another test to see just how far this offensive line, which has played terrific of late, has come. And of course, with the defense, you have Megatron. We're anticipating a Megatron and Darrelle Revis duel. So more fun at Gillette.
Absolutely. We'll see how this one shakes out. And to follow all of our coverage, reading us up to and through the game, you can find us on the Blitz blog and BostonHerald.com.